going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, as more news has been coming in about the situation that has happened in the last 24 hours in New Orleans, Louisiana, in reference to this guy right here, Joseph Washington, with him setting the house on fire and wiping out his legacy and tormenting his wife or ex-wife. This guy has a history of abuse. I didn't mention it in the other video, but this video was strictly about that. Now I talk about all types of issues on here. One of them happens to be domestic abuse. Especially when there's kids involved, it's messed up. Us as human beings have the ability to build or destroy things, whether it's relationships, our children's lives, most likely, a lot of times, our own lives, or those around us that love us, or we say we love. What this man did is unacceptable. I want to play you this news article, and shout out to Wani for bringing me this. You know what I'm saying? Look at his history of domestic violence. And I got to give his wife credit, or ex-wife. She got out of there. But sometimes you got to take extreme measures to deal with extreme people. This guy was a monster in the making. And he should have been taken off the streets. In fact, taken out of here, period. Check this out.
Investigative reporter Cassie Sherm is live in the studio now with a closer look at the suspect's history of domestic abuse, according to documents.
That's right. We just got new information that 9 days ago, NOPD had showed up to that home after the mother of the children called 911 saying her ex-husband, Joseph Washington, was threatening her life.
911 was the location of the emergency.
It's 4911 America Street, New Orleans, Louisiana.
This call was made October 9th, 9 days before police believe Joseph Washington set the fire to their home, killing the 3 children.
We have a past history of domestic violence, but he's like sending me threats saying if I come back to the house and my kids are still there, and he's saying that he will leave them in the house, and he's telling me not to come back to the house. If I come back to the house, he's going to kill me.
Here's what we've uncovered so far. Joseph Washington has a lengthy history of abuse. That started in 2015 with his then wife and mother of the 3 children. Washington was convicted of domestic abuse and battery at least twice in 2016 and was arrested on the same charges in 2018. In 2018, the mother filed for a restraining order against Washington, claiming he repeatedly hit and choked her and often attacked her while she was holding the children. In that document, the mother wrote, quote, Joseph said, quote, "Who should I kill first, you or the kids?" Then he started to choke me, pushed me back against the wall after he threw me on the floor while the baby was in my hands and repeated to choke me. He dragged me to the back to look for his gun, and when he couldn't find it, he said, quote, "I don't need a gun to kill you." I made an escape to the front of the door to scream for help. The mail lady called the police. In the divorce filing a year later, it states that after the mother got out free, the kids were still inside, stating, quote, "The defendant Washington then yelled out to the petitioner, the mother, that he will set the house on fire. The defendant then turned the stove on, causing the smoke to fill the house by the time police arrived. He was then arrested when police arrived. The judge then granted the divorce and gave the mother full custody.
Now, we've put in multiple public records requests to see if NOPD had been called to that same house earlier this year. And WDSU Investigates also took a closer look at emergency response times from this morning. I'm going to send it over to Aubrey Killian for those details.
Hey, Cassie, so let me walk you through the exact time that call came in. According to OPCD, take a look. That first call, it came in at 11:55 p.m. Police sent out a broadcast shortly after. NOFD was dispatched at 12:09. Police, they were dispatched at 12:15. EMS, they were dispatched at 12:18. Police got on scene at 12:20 a.m. Fire, they got on scene at 12:14 a.m. and EMS eventually arrived at 12:29 a.m. Here's the mother's latest call and a warning. It is hard to listen to, but it shows her fight to save her children.
New Orleans 911. What's the location of your emergency?
Hi, 4911 America Street, New Orleans, Louisiana. He's going crazy. His name is Joseph. Can you please hurry? I'm at work.
What's going on?
He's screaming on the phone. I heard the kid screaming. He's screaming on the phone. Y'all have to just break through the door before anything happens, please. He said he's about to burn the house on fire. Can you just please hurry?
And today, when police were asked about their response time, they said it's still under investigation. EMS saying today it was an 11-minute response. Their goal is under 12 minutes to any high priority call. Back to you.
So heartbreaking. Aubrey, thanks.
All right, guys. That was the video, and I must admit that 911 call sent chills up my spine. That man right there, Joseph Washington, is a terror, a domestic terrorist. This man held those children in suspended terror as well as the mother. History of fighting, 2016 all the way up to now, and probably before that, before she had the courage to come out and come forward. And I'm gonna tell you something. He wasn't just beating on her, he was humiliating her in front of them children. Beating her while she's holding the children. He cared nothing about them kids. Nothing about them. They were just there. The stuff that they seen in their life and experienced, the horror, would affect them forever. And that's one of the things. A lot of times you see people fighting and stuff like that. They learn that from seeing their parents and coming up in chaotic households like that. Now the woman got full custody. I guess he was over there with the kids. I don't know why he was over there, but I mean, I guess, I don't know. Bottom line is he's locked up. Children are gone. And it could have been, I can't see past it not being avoidable. I can't. That's the one thing. I'm going to call it down the middle, guys. I can't see. I don't know. He had a father. I don't know. I guess I'm reaching too much into this, but I just, how do you, let me just say this. I'll just say this. It's funny to me how you're a man, you're not supposed to beat on a woman, let alone do that in front of your children. You got a father, and it's like, what type of example you setting as a father? I'm sure his dad knew, and his dad probably was like, hey, I'm not going to get involved in their business. But I mean, when somebody's getting beat up and like the kids is involved, that should affect you because the lineage of them children, bloodline go through you. Now, I don't know, maybe the dad was into it. I mean, it's so much that's not said. And I don't want to condemn anybody, but this is crazy. This is crazy. As a male, you have leadership. What is this? Let me tell you something. These guys do this stuff to ladies, man. It's about control, humiliation, inadequacies within themselves and their insecurities. They pour out in a physical form against those that they have these insecurities with. I don't know how beating on a woman that you are married to, that carries your name, your soul mate, in front of the children, both of you and her, bored out of love, teaches anything. How does that fix something? If I got a woman and I got to hit her to make her do right or hit her to get my way, something wrong with me. Because I pick and choose who I'm going to be with. Now, this woman done divorced him. See the antics he was doing? Terroristic antics. Do what I'll say or I'll hurt the kids. I'll kill you. Pulled her by her hair in the house with the children there, looking for a gun to shoot her in front of said children. His children. I don't understand. And I don't want to understand. And here's another thing. This is going to make some people mad, but listen, we're going to call it right the fuck down the middle. It's crazy how America, hold rallies, stand with another country, with their own military, their own issues, been dealing with for the longest time, fly over there, spend all of that money, and deal with that when we got domestic terrorism in this city right here, and nobody does in America, and nobody does anything about it. What's important here? School shooting up public places, kids killing kids, babies killing babies, men killing women, women killing men. We don't worry. We got our own problems that need addressing here, but nobody say nothing about it. I told y'all before, one of the biggest things they use, a tool they use to keep people looking the opposite way, is race. Fighting over race. Here's where I'm going with this, fighting over race. Or captivation within entertainment. Things on TV to take your mind off of how bad the world is and things are bad outside, when they can change it, start making changes with the stroke of a fucking pen. We need to get out of this mentality and start thinking and looking through the veil and seeing stuff for what it really is. This should have never have happened. This man needed help. And if he didn't need help, if he didn't accept the help, there's always alternative means to an end of achieving peace. I don't understand the whole situation of how, I wonder how you burned your babies up, locked the door, and left out. That's nothing but hate. It's like some of us have kids just to have them. And a lot of us out here shouldn't even be able to breathe. Just having kids is not a natural function of just being an adult. A lot of work, time, patience, responsibility go into that. And this guy exuded none of that. No leadership qualities. Inability to love. Heart full of hate. Malicious intent. Ignorance. Immaturity. And all out dumbness. This guy, I don't think they need to pay any taxpayer dollars, keeping him locked up, feeding him in incarceration. A life sentence ain't good enough. He destroyed the future because he felt like it. Ain't no way he's breathing another ounce of air. I'm Stock Market Steve, the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you're dealing with somebody like this, or you know somebody like this, get away from them, because they are the pilots of their own self-destruction, and they don't care who they take with them, whether it's their children, their wives, ex-wives, somebody around them that they claim they love. See, I'm gonna tell you something before I get out of here. This type of dude right here, what makes them dangerous, they will say and do anything to get close enough to you to where they think they got a grasp on you. And once you see them for what they really are, they will hurt you to make you stay there. I don't want this to happen to none of my subscribers or anybody that sees this video. We are a tight-knit family over here, 44,000 strong. And y'all just be careful, man, for real. I mean, guys too, because there's crazy girls like that. I've met some. You know, man, we just got to start looking real close before we go all in on somebody, because, I mean, you never know somebody until you get close enough. By that time, their fangs are already in you and your children. See you in the next video.